What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Weapon Collective. My name's Jeff, and it's another gorgeous day out on the gun range. And unfortunately, today I have to make a confession. I have recently been informed that I've been doing something incorrectly. And what is that? Well, it's a drill that I've been doing a ton of recently. It is the Modern Samurai Project Black Belt Standard. It's a drill that I absolutely love and did it all through the end of 2025 on the top 5 video series, and just been doing it a lot through other videos recently too. I find a drill I like and I really get into it. So this one, unfortunately, I've been doing incorrectly. I was under the impression that I had 2 chances at each of the 4 positions that you shoot from. That is incorrect. One of the very cool things about Instagram is I posted a video of me doing the black belt standard yesterday, and Scott Jedlinski himself, who operates and runs Modern Samurai Project, informed me that there is not 2 chances. You get 1 chance, but you do get 2 mulligans. So I think I've been conflating that black belt standard with the man card standard, which is a rifle and pistol drill that you do get 2 chances in each of the 4 positions. So either way, it doesn't really matter. I've been doing it wrong, and it turns out that I've passed that drill quite a few times doing it incorrectly, so those are gone. I've only passed it 1 time all the way through, and that was with the Jacob Gray Knox 9. That's in a recent video, and so once out of, I don't know, 50. So unfortunately, I have to level up, and that's what we're gonna do today. We are running the black belt standard from Modern Samurai. Have several guns I brought to do it, and let's get into this. Oh, he's in a little crack. Oh! All right, switch up a gun. That's the Fowler. That thing, it really is such a fantastic shooting pistol, which is interesting because my other Fowlers don't shoot anything like this. Oh man, I love this gun, dude. I haven't shot it much since it's been all black, thanks to titanium coating services. But Alpha American, I need more Alpha American guns. Whoa. Oh, the Mod 2, man. Love that gun. I love all these guns though. All right, G2P. I mean, these are all such phenomenal guns. Oh. Doing something weird with my... Oh, thought I had more mags. All right, before I get started on this black belt standard, I'm gonna warm up a little bit. So draw the first shot on a little rectangular A zone. Nope, gotta stabilize that gun. So I didn't even look at the time on the first one. That was a 1:26. 1:26. 1:25. 1:16. Missed. At a 1:12. Oh, that was high. 1:22. 1:22. I'm right in that 1-2 area. Mid twos. All right, now we're going to, this is, the bill drill's hard, but I have my moments with a bill drill. The draw and hit the A zone in 1 second, that can be tough, especially because my natural point of aim is left, being right-handed, left eye dominant. I tend to pull the gun that way. So we're gonna warm up on the A zone steel at 7. Hopefully don't get nailed. Got iPro on though. 9.3. I gotta get down in the 8s with this holster. 9.5. Gotta get faster. 8.3. I need that. Okay, 9.2. 7.7. That's it. I'm just 9.5. I just don't see it happening in the 8s. I think I'm gonna have to just get an ALS holster. I have one. Bring it, and with that nub mod button, it's fine. Without it, it makes it hard. But with the nub mod, no issue. I just need to run it so I can not feel like I have to get in the high 7s, 8s, you know? That's enough warm up. Let's run it. All right, so now I've practiced a little bit, warmed up, and gonna start on the actual standard. And it's an interesting one because there's positions like this first one, the 3 and 2, from 3 yards, 3 to the A zone, 2 to the head in 2 seconds. And I have time on this one. Usually when I miss this, I have plenty of time and I could have just slowed it down. But then you get to the 7, I have no time whatsoever. So it's all time management to the best of my ability, and it's interesting, like the 1 shot in 1 second, that didn't give me trouble for quite a while, and then it started to. Same with 25. They all just have their own little quirks about them, and they seem to all give me different trouble at different times. It's an interesting drill, but I absolutely love it. I think it is one of the more fun drills, and I've only passed it once and it sure feels good. I thought I passed it more. So we are starting with the Fowler Vant to 9. I love this gun. I think it's one of the sexiest damn guns, and factory ported, and just this thing is tuned to perfection. My other Fowlers don't run like this one. So let's give it a roll. Low. What is that crap? 165. I have so much time. 189. Like that was slow and steady, dude. I mean, we'll run this a couple times. So this is the first one. I failed right off the bat, but I have time if I could just manage that better. So this one is the opposite of that. I gotta go super fast. Ready? 1 second. 9.4. So that's a pass with, we're not dealing with holsters today. So bill drill. Wow, that was weird. 190, still plenty of time, dude. All right, warm up. We have one out left and one, both left. It's always that first shot, dude. That's an overcorrection. Okay, 185. So much time. $199. So that's like the time you need right there. But not with this, we'll just skip the holster. So this is a bad start, but that's what we're doing today. I usually do this at the end of the day after shooting all day. That's when I've always done it, actually. I don't think I've ever started with the black belt standard. Might be a good reason for that. 25. Just got to imagine that as a little steel A-zone, dude. Way off. Wow. And that was a 1.5 on the dot, so. Let's see where that hit. That was a 1.26. I think that one's in. I didn't mark them, but yeah, that one's in. Because these were the two on the bill. This was the first 25. These were the first bill, second bill, or second and third. And then the 25, I think is this guy, or it's this double here. I'm not 100% sure, I need to mark them, but that's the warm up round. Let's run it again. Okay, we're doing the second run with the Fowler, and the first one was not good. Failed, I think, every one of them. It's a hard drill, so let's see if this can go a little better. Get the nerves out. Just get serious about this. 173, like that felt so slow to me, but that's part of the hard difficulty of the drill is time management and getting used to what that feels like. Because I had all the time in the world on that. 8.7, so that's a good one. Bill I have time on. Which is interesting because that's never felt like that before. 181. Okay, much better. So now he's got to get this 25 and it would be a pass. So why I'm putting all this pressure on myself, I don't know. But I'm gonna nail it right here. Ooh, it might be left. It's a 128. It might be a line break, I don't think so. Shit! It's just barely out, dude. Well, that was a lot better. But let's run that one more time from 25 with this gun and just see if I can get that hit. Doesn't count, obviously, but I'll sleep better. So that was really close. This is where that thinking I had two opportunities always really seemed to help a little bit. But it's also, this is a damn hard drill. Because you get to this point and then that pressure really is like, you gotta make the shot, but I had time. 143, so that was much slower. And, oh, did I go high? Yeah, I went high. I'm just right on the edges, but didn't pass with the Fowler. Let's move on to the next gun, see how that goes. Moving from the Fowler, we're going to the Cardinal G2P. Love this gun as well, love all these guns. So let's see how this does. And I get it, like there is, I'm sure it's just gotta be mentioned that starting, the more reps of this I get, the higher the chance of passing it, of course. So it's not as much about the gun as it is just about the reps, but hey, you can only shoot one gun at a time. 187. Okay, perfect. All right, this one. Bane of my existence right here. Oh, shit. 97. Line break at 1 second on the dot. So that one kills me, man. But that was a really slow draw. 8-6, that's what I need. So failed this one, but not, oh, Bill. Do I have the rounds? Yes. 177. Okay, 25. We failed it already, but let's finish the full rep and then we'll do it again. Okay, this one, the 25's been kicking my ass today. I don't know, that's a 132. I think it's left, just high left. I'm taking it out and it's swinging left. It's this guy. 25. I had the 25 on point for quite some time and now it's really kicking my butt, man. That was good. 139. And that's it. Felt that. All right, now if we can just string them all together, damn it. Right? 139. So right now 1-4 is good, but that one technically with that had all the others passed, I could get away with that with this holster. So that would put me at a 149, 100th of a second shy. All right, round number 2 for the Cardinal G2P. Had some good runs in there or some good aspects of it and some bad. So let's clean it up, string them all together, and walk away with the W here. 187, same time. So that's good. And that, geez, it feels so slow. The hard part is controlling that tempo, going from, okay, rein it in, pick it up. 8-8. Okay, Bill. 196, so snuck it in there. Now we just gotta nail this. Got it. 139. That's a pass, baby. Hell yeah. I'm not sure which one it was. Was it this guy? I'd have to look at the footage again, but that is a pass with the G2P. That is a very good feeling. So Nox 9, G2P have passed the black belt standard, which makes more sense that it's this hard, because I know it's hard. So having the two, not that that made it easy by any means, but easier for sure. So I've passed it twice, I guess, in my life. And let's move on to the next gun. Probably, should we go AAF? Yeah. Let's do that. All right, passed it with the Cardinal G2P, which feels extremely good, I gotta say. And then we're moving on to the next gun, the AAF, Alpha American Firearms X Covert. So basically a war fighter, except it's got covert aesthetics. And this gun is steel, everything, heavy. This is my heaviest gun at 50.3 ounces. So I think it's gonna kick some serious ass on this, but the 1 second to the A zone is gonna be harder, just moving this through space. So let's get her done. I love this gun, dude. And shout out to Titanium Coating Services. Every time I pull this out, I gotta give them a shout out. Because for those of you that don't know, this used to be all yellow gold, everything, and titanium coated it all black with the exception of the aluminum trigger. That requires anodization, but it just looks so mean and badass, which matches the spirit and the way that this gun shoots. Okay, 179. Got that one. This is gonna be the hardest with this gun. It's hard to get going and it's hard to stop at this weight. Got it, 7.7. Okay, now bill drill. Line break.
Yeah.
182, that was fast, right? Yeah. I haven't shot this gun in a while, man. This thing kicks ass. 18, 11, 15, 14. That 11 was quick. So just a, we'll mark him, but he's a line break. And that's it, now to 25. Been here a few times today, walked away with 1 win. But this is a good gun for this distance here. Got it. That was a 125. Oh no, he's left. Or is that a, I don't know, let's check. Yeah, it is. Shit! Oh, I see, that's the weight. I get it and I break the shot, but it's so hard to stop. All right, that was I thought I got that. So let's try it again. This is the run number 1 with the AAF. So maybe we can get this dialed in. Not that you get to do this, you know, but you can practice. That felt good. That was a 128, and that one's in. So if I could just do that the first time, unfortunately, that was the first 25, so let's run it again. Okay, round number 2 with the Alpha American. 181. This guy's a bitch right here. This is the hardest one for me. Used to be the bill. Well, I guess I should say the hardest one's 25, apparently. 8-7. I'll take that. Okay, bill drill. 183. Back to the 25. The deja vu. Ooh, that felt good. 140. We have a winner. The AAF passes. Yes. All right, I think I'm hitting my stride now, dude. But the one I was worried about was that, I mean, it's always that one shot in 1 second, but
that was your best time on it too.
Probably. This thing, I mean, this gun is badass, dude. So that felt good. So that's I'm gonna have to look at what the times were, because I don't remember, but we'll look on the footage. But that certainly feels fantastic. Back-to-back passes. I mean, not kind of, not technically, but took 2 runs with this, 2 runs with the Cardinal. Now let's go, I think the other gun we have is the Mod 2, right? Maybe that could do it in the first run. All right, so that's 2 passes, and then we move on to the Mod 2. And this thing, I haven't shot it for a little while, but this is the gun that won Gun of the Year for me, performance-based. So I really ran this thing good, but we did a whole bunch of black belt standards, but I don't think it ever got it all the way through, so let's see if it can get it in the first try today. That's what we're going for. 178. All right, now we move to the 7. I hate this one. 8-4. Bill. Through 1, shit! 178, I had so much time. You dickhead. All right, let's go to 25, see how it does. We haven't got it in 1 on the first gun. It's taking 2 every time. Got it. Pretty sure. 130. Ooh, right line break on the top, I think. But it's a line break nonetheless. Look at that. That's close. But it matters not, because we got to do it round number 2. All right, so round number 2 with the Mod 2. And let's see if we can get it. I'd really like to get it 1 more pass, but I'm having a blast nonetheless. This is just a fun drill. 195, that was a little too close for comfort, but pass. 8.5. Right into the bill. .189.
Nice.
Okay, just gotta get this guy. Got it. That was a 128. No, it's high! No! Holy shit, I swear that was in, but boom, fuck. That sucks, dude.
Yeah, bummer.
Let's try it again though.
Yeah.
I swear I hit that in there, but nope. That felt good for a second. Oh, you dickhead. That's in. Just can't do it the first time, man. Shoot! That little bastard. That bugger. Okay, let's run it one more time with the Mod 2. What the hell? We have one more target left. Line break, 179. That was faster. 8.7. Ooh, those line breaks, but that was a 208.
Hey.
How the hell? Thought I had all the time in the world. Needed to do that. 189. Get a little too comfortable on that bill drill now. What a lazy dickhead. Let's just make it more interesting now. 135. And he's in, dude. Oh no, he's way over here. Yeah. All right. Mod 2, couldn't get it done. But the AAF and the Cardinal, it's always interesting which guns do it. Yeah, 50% today. I'll take that. It's a good starting place because it's gonna take a lot of reps to get to the point where I get to just know 2 chances. So that was a ton of fun. Let's go talk about it. Okay guys, just got done running the black belt standard from Modern Samurai Project. Now first off, I want to thank Scott, and that's one of the coolest things about Instagram is that I can post a video and get feedback straight from the man himself. He corrected the record, as I said in the intro, that there were not 2 attempts. So today we came out just to rep it and try to get this. Unfortunately, I didn't pass it on the first attempt with any of these pistols. So had I been in class, which is the only place where you can get a black belt patch, I wouldn't have got one. But that's the whole point of being out here, is trying to rep it. The fact that I passed it twice now, I'm thrilled, because going into today, the only gun I'd ever just gone straight through was the Nox 9 from Jacob Gray. That was fairly recently, and I thought I'd passed it a lot more. I haven't. So now I've passed it 3 times, but you got to get it in the 1, right? But you are in class for 2 days, and then at the end of the second day, you run the black belt standard. And if you pass, you get a black belt patch, and there's not many of them out there. So I would really like to get one of those. I've taken 2 classes from Scott. The first one was just as I was getting into shooting, and I took that here in Utah in 2021, and that was an absolute mess, but I learned a ton. And then the second one I took last April down in Arizona with my Erebus, and I blew it on the bill drill, I believe. So there's gonna have to be a future class that I take and at least have another opportunity to get a black belt patch. But that is why I'm gonna keep repping this out. And I'm also gonna change it up, and I have an ALS holster that has the nub mod button on it, which if you're not familiar, those ALS just have a little thumb latch that releases the gun from retention. The nub mod is just a little extension that makes it a lot easier. So that I think is a necessity, and I'm gonna run it on this drill specifically so I don't get the 1/10 of a second time deduction, because today I think I wouldn't have passed it on every single one of those with that deduction. So you either run it from concealment or a retention holster, and then you don't get the deduction. But I don't know, I'll have to look at the times. Maybe one of those would have been okay, I'm not sure. I think the 1 second seems to be the most difficult for me. But if I get that in the 8s, which I did on some today, then 1/10 of a second, I'm in the 9s, still under that 1 second margin. So I'd have to review the footage to be 100% sure, but for now, I'm just focused on getting the reps down enough that I'm passing the drill to begin with. And so you started at 3 and 2, and that seems to be probably, I don't want to say the easiest, but the one that I pass the most often. And then you go to that 1 second at 7 yards. That's a bitch. That thing gives me a lot of trouble because I don't have a really fast draw. And that's what kills me. On the bill drill as well. But my bill drill, that used to be by far the most difficult part of this. And now it seems like I have a little bit of cushion. And I passed it. That might be the one I passed the most today, besides the 3 and 2. So I'll have to review the footage. It's hard to remember. They all blend together. And then the 25, that one gave me trouble today for sure. It's funny how it works because for the longest time, like at the end of 2025 on the top 5 videos, I was nailing the 25 all the time. And today, it definitely gave me trouble, and it's just interesting. It's a spicy drill. The time standard is tough. The drill itself isn't easy, but when you add the time in, it makes it really difficult. And it just seems to vary of which one is giving me trouble at different times. So it's just reps and reps and reps to get this thing dialed in enough, and then I got to sign up for a course and at least have an attempt to get a black belt patch, because I really want one. There's not a ton of them out there, and I think that would be super freaking cool. So I don't know, those two, the Cardinal G2P and the AAF, they both really shined today. They did great. I was worried about the AAF being so heavy that I couldn't get it out. It's like with that heavy of a gun, get it out of the holster and get it moving and then get it stopped when you need to. It can be difficult, so, or more difficult than the aluminum grip guns. So passing the 1 second with that, I'm stoked. The bill drill with that thing, it just sits, man. I wasn't worried about that, and it had some good splits in there. The 25, that was good. I mean, the weight of the gun really helps there. I think the Fowler, the disadvantage that had is that it went first. But then you gotta say, then the Mod 2 should have won as well because it was the last one. But I didn't pass with the Mod 2 for some reason. That's kind of my gun, and it's been really performing well. But the trigger, I mean, there's also the thing to be said about going from gun to gun to gun to gun and switching it up. That makes it a little more difficult. It would be better to pick one gun that you do this with and always do that. And then when I do get to class, do it with that gun. That would make the most sense, but I'm always switching up. So I got to find the gun, maybe the Cardinal, and that'll be the gun. But you'll see more of this. I love this drill, super cool, and I just want that damn black belt patch. So you're obviously going to see more of this. Please like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for the Weapon Collective, and I'll catch you next time. AAF X Covert. I can never say AAF. AAF. Okay.